who could make it at VMI. And the court said that women's successful entry into the National Service Academies is proof of that. So the male-only VMI admission program was struck down. Incidentally, as you may know, as a direct result of that decision, the Citadel, which is the only other military training school supported by government funds, has recently opened its doors to women, and there are now a few women who are in the first-year class. Okay, if you get a gender discrimination case, make sure, like with race discrimination, or any other kind of discrimination where you want to apply a form of heightened scrutiny, make sure that you are looking at purposeful discrimination on the part of the government and not mere disparate impact where a law just happens to fall harder on men than women or women than men. We discussed this principle before in terms of race, but it applies in the gender cases too. Consider the case of Massachusetts versus Feeney. Massachusetts gave a preference or an advantage in civil service hiring and promotion to all people who were veterans. Women challenged the veterans' preference, saying it was a form of gender discrimination. How so? Well, 90% of veterans are male, and so a veteran's preference was really, the women said, just an employment preference for a group of men to the disadvantage of women. But the court said this was not gender discrimination because even though the law had a disparate impact that harmed women and advantaged men, and even though the legislature may have known that this disparate impact would exist if it passed a veterans' preference law, because the legislature did not adopt the policy for the purpose of discriminating against women, it was not gender discrimination. The legislature... Okay, let's turn to discrimination against illegitimates. That is, persons whose parents were not married at the time that they were born.